Hello everybody, and welcome to Organizational Behavior. I'll be your professor for this course, and as we jump into the course, I wanted to give you a few tips that I think will help you be even more successful. Let's take a look at the learning objectives for this course. Let's start out with, where can you find learning objectives? Basically, if you go to your course landing page, under your modules view, you'll see a welcome message. That's where you'll find all of your learning objectives for the course. When you open that view up, prominently displayed in the middle of the page are all of the learning objectives for the entire organizational behavior course. Now, each week, those course objectives are split out, divided, segregated week by week. Where can you find your weekly learning objectives? If again you go to the course landing page and take a look at the modules view and go to the week in question, week 1, week 2, week 3, you'll find your weekly introduction. When you open up your weekly introduction, you'll find, again, prominently displayed in the middle of the page, all of your learning objectives. Now let's take a look at learning objectives. What are they and why do we care? Basically, what are learning objectives? Learning objectives are short, concise action statements that well describe a specific skill, task, action you should be able to do at the end of your course objective. Now, course objectives are used in a couple of ways. First, with the instructional designer. Your learning objectives set out a clear map for your instructional designer to design all of your reading, everything you'll be exposed to, multimedia, video clips, tests, quizzes, the assignments that you'll write. All of that is designed around helping you develop the skills, abilities, the talents to be able to execute those learning objectives, those actions. Now, let's take a look at how will you use them. Remember, the why of your learning objectives are, these learning objectives clearly spell out what you should be able to do at the end of the week. With that in hand, I suggest you use them in a couple of ways. So how might you use learning objectives in the very beginning, at the beginning of the week? Think about this. If your learning objectives clearly spell out in a concise action statement what you should be able to do at the end of the week, those learning objectives act as a study guide. With those, the learning objectives in hand, you can well focus on everything you'll be exposed through the week, all of your reading, all of the multimedia, all of your discussions, to help you focus more clearly on the learning objective, what you need to get out of that entire weekly exploration. Now take a look at the end of the week. Think of it like this. If your learning objectives are key statements of things that you should be able to do at the end of the week, you can use them as a self-test. Read the learning objectives. Do a self-test. Do a self-assessment. Can you execute the actions prescribed in the learning objective? Usually yes, but if there is some question about your ability with the learning objective, that learning objective helps you focus clearly on specific material that you've been exposed through in the week. Go back to that material and take a look, review that material. Now let's take a quick look at what will we be able to do at the end of week 1. Take a look at your learning objectives for week 1. You should be able to well define, explain what is organizational behavior. You should be able to explain, why does it matter in an organization? This is key for you as up and coming managers, senior managers, junior executives, CEOs. Why will organizational behavior matter to you in the workplace? How will you leverage organizational behavior to help you to achieve strategic objectives? It is a key discipline of study for executives running organizations. We'll look at some of the research methods. How do we go about understanding organizational behavior? And then, of course, we'll take a quick look at a systematic relationship of different types of organizational behavior seen in the workplace. All right, that's it, guys. I am honored to be your professor. I'm excited about this course. Be sure every week, take a look at those learning objectives. Let them be a guide for you. All right, everyone. I'll see you online.